Hey guys, so today I'm talking about one of the most organic products you can buy. More than likely you already have it in your kitchen, and it's for killing and repelling up to 30 different pests around your home and garden. We'll shoot through these quickly and I'll put pictures on the screen if you're not familiar with a specific insect or problem you're having. Maybe you'll recognize it once you see the photograph. So just take a look at that. Also, the product I'm talking about is apple cider vinegar. This stuff works like magic on so many different types of insects. So I'm going to shoot through these quickly. I have been, as I said in a previous video, I have been accused of rambling, so I'll try to go through quickly since we have 30 different recipes to cover 30 different insects. So guys, the first insect I'm going to talk about is the fruit fly, and they come in off of a myriad of products such as bananas. If you're growing your own vegetables, they can come from your garden if you don't wash your produce thoroughly, or if you get it from the produce section of your grocery store. So fruit flies are very common on so many different varieties. A lot of people think it's just bananas, but it could be apples, tomatoes, anything. So make sure that you wash them. But if you do develop a problem with fruit flies, you're going to take some small dish like this, use a half a cup of apple cider vinegar and a quarter cup of water and about 3 or 4 drops of liquid dish soap. Put it in a shallow dish like this, no more than halfway up. The fruit flies will be attracted to the fermentation of the apple cider vinegar and the water tension on the surface. When they land on it, normally they could land on it and fly away. They can't do that once you break the surface tension, if I can get that out, with the liquid dish soap. It causes them to drown in it, and you'll get rid of your fruit flies in no time flat by using this. So it works great, and I've done it actually in the last couple of weeks over some overripe bananas we had. So the second insect repellent we're making is for mosquitoes, and this is a super simple formula. You're going to take half a cup of the apple cider vinegar, half a cup of water. Then you're going to take 10 drops in something like this, which is eucalyptus essential oil. I've got a kit here that I had purchased a couple weeks ago, and it's the second kit I've owned. I really like it. The price is right on it, and so I'll put a link in the description. It contains up to, I think it was 48 essential oils. So the eucalyptus all mixed up, put in a sprayer, spray your arms, legs, around your neck, the back of your neck. Don't spray around your face, spray on your hands and then pat it, but try to avoid getting it around your eyes because it will be quite potent. But it works really well in a sprayer, and it takes the place of some of those industrial chemical sprays that we use in aerosol cans. I really don't like those because you end up breathing some of that while you're using it. So this makes for a great mosquito repellent. Now the next one is an insect repellent made from the apple cider vinegar. You're going to take 1 cup of the apple cider vinegar, 1 cup of water, take peppermint oil, 10 drops, put it into a sprayer like this. It's better if it's glass and it's a dark color like that. It'll last a lot longer without losing some of its potency, and you can also store it in the fridge. Spray it around entry points where ants might come inside, door sills, window sills, and it works great for repelling ants. Sometimes those scout ants will come in looking for a meal to bring the whole colony in. So if you spray this around your doors and windows, it will really cut down on the ants in your kitchen and around your house, and especially around my greenhouse as well. So guys, the next one is for a gnat trap. If you're having gnats in your house, this is a super simple one as well. You're going to take half a cup of apple cider vinegar, half a cup of water, 1 tablespoon of granulated sugar. You're going to put it in something like this, a mason jar. Put some plastic cling wrap or saran wrap, whatever you call it, on the top of this and poke some small holes in it with a toothpick. They'll go in, get trapped, and it'll eliminate those gnats from your kitchen. So guys, this is similar to the ant repellent. This is going to be a spider repellent. You're going to take 1/2 a cup of the water, 1/2 cup of apple cider vinegar, and 10 drops of essential peppermint oil. Mix it all together, put it in a spray bottle, and hit your windows and door sills. And if you have a window where you keep a light on at night, you need to spray it around that light. That will also help repel the spiders away from that, because often they're attracted to lights because there's so many gnats and things like that flying around at night. So if you have to leave a light on, make sure you spray the brick or whatever siding you have on the side of your house heavily with this spray, and that will help repel spiders away from that light and come eventually into your windows where they can get under small cracks and openings. Now the next one is really simple. It's for catching flies, and it's very similar to the gnat trap, except you're going to use some overripe fruit, 1 cup of the apple cider vinegar, the jar as we did before. You're going to do the trick with the plastic wrap over it. You're going to need to make the holes a little bit larger because generally a housefly and things like that are quite a bit larger than gnats. So remember, you're going to put the overripe fruit in there. That will put out an odor that will attract flies right to your jar. They'll go through the plastic wrap and get trapped in the jar and eventually die pretty quickly when they come in contact with the apple cider vinegar. Now the next one is for roaches, and they often will hide when the lights are on during the daytime under larger kitchen appliances, things like refrigerators, dishwashers, stoves, stuff like that. So you're going to take 1 cup of apple cider vinegar, 1 tablespoon of your liquid dish soap, and 1 cup of water. I would recommend adding it to a sprayer like this where you can get better reach rather than just a small handheld sprayer, and spray under all those places and entry points. The vinegar will repel them and the soap can suffocate them before they have a chance to take over your kitchen. Now the next one is if you're having a problem with bees swarming around your seating area, or let's say you're on a picnic table, do this before you have a chance to sit down. And if you have a small sprayer like this or a large sprayer, you can cover a much larger area. But you're going to take 1 cup of the apple cider vinegar, 20 drops of either eucalyptus or peppermint oil, whichever you prefer, and just do a light fan spray, a misting type spray, all over the seating areas, and the smell will continue to repel them while you're eating outside or sitting in that area. That's just for your common bees that might be flying around irritating you while you're trying to enjoy your outdoor seating area. Now you can make a flea trap also out of apple cider vinegar. You take a small dish like we'd used before, put 1/2 cup of water, 1/2 cup of the apple cider vinegar, place it near where the pet bedding is, and the smell of the apple cider vinegar can draw the fleas into it. Now this isn't the perfect way to do it. The best way would be to add a light above it where we put some heat on it, and it would attract the fleas even faster. So something like a gooseneck lamp, or even if you have a pet bed heater, putting it up under this, that will also draw them in and they'll drown in your concoction here. Now the next one is for a wasp repellent, and that's using the 1/2 cup of apple cider vinegar, 1/2 cup of water, and 20 drops of clove oil. Mix it all together, put it in a sprayer like this or like this, depending on how large the nest is, and you can spray the nest directly. They'll abandon the nest and won't want to come back because of these strong odors, and it can also act as a repellent. If there's a particular spot where wasps like to build their nest, like under the eaves or under a deck, you can hit those areas lightly in the springtime before they have a chance to build a nest and prevent them from starting in those areas. Now the next trick involves ticks, and if you find that you have a tick on you and you have some apple cider vinegar around your house and some cotton balls, take one, dab it directly undiluted into the apple cider vinegar mix and just lightly dab it on where the tick is coming. If you try to pull it off manually, it might actually leave the head buried in your skin. So you want to get them to release their grip, and I think the apple cider vinegar will work much better than even a pair of tweezers. So put this on him. Might take a few minutes for him to finally realize he doesn't have a chance of being on your skin for a long period of time. So remember, just put it directly on him and make sure it's really saturated with the apple cider vinegar. So guys, bed bugs have become an epidemic here in the United States, and maybe it's a worldwide problem, but if you stay in a hotel or motel, sometimes they can be infested because there's so many people passing through and it just spreads from place to place. But what you're going to do with this to repel them away from bedding and to get them on the floor where they can be vacuumed up is you take 1 cup of apple cider vinegar, 1 cup of water, 20 drops of tea tree oil, and spray in between the mattress, on top of the box springs, everywhere. You want to put this on every possible place under the bedding so you can drive the bed bugs out of that area so they can be vacuumed by housekeeping. It's really a disgusting thing, but it works really well on bed bugs. So this is another common problem in people's clothing closets and also in their pantries is the meal moth or the clothing moths. Take a small bag like this. I'll put a link in the description of these. Put about 10 cotton balls inside of it, hang it up high in the closet, and make sure they're soaked heavily in the apple cider vinegar. No other additive than that, and just keep it in the closet, and the smell can drive those out of those areas, pantries and clothing closets. It's really a strong odor, and the meal moth and the clothing moth will definitely be repelled by it. Now, if you're having a problem with earwigs, and that's often around restrooms that you find that problem, but you'll take a small dish like this, 1/2 cup of water, 1/2 cup of apple cider vinegar, a few drops of dish soap, and you need to make it easy for them to get in there. So you're going to take something like a paper towel and drape it over the side just where it almost comes in contact with the liquid. You don't have a wicking action and pull it out of there, but just close to it. They'll crawl inside here and get trapped, and will break the surface tension of the water because of the soap, and you'll get rid of earwigs by using that method. So the next formula will repel silverfish. It's 1/2 cup of apple cider vinegar, 1/2 cup of water, and 20 drops of lemon essential oil. Put it in a sprayer like this and spray along baseboards, under cabinets in the restroom. Silverfish are often attracted to very moist areas. So if you have to, you can multiply the recipe and use something like this if you're covering a large area such as a basement that has a lot of problems with moisture. Now currently I'm seeing a few stink bugs on my screened-in porch area, and they are really a nuisance, not harmful or anything like that to people or pets, but they just kind of fly around and they just kind of get into the areas where you don't want them. And if you squish one, you'll know why they're called stink bugs. They are awful in smell. But you're going to take quarter cup of apple cider vinegar, quarter cup of water, mix it together in a spray bottle like this. Also add in 20 drops of peppermint oil, and that will repel the stink bugs, especially if you have a small opening like a screen door or window. Make sure you spray it heavily in that area, and that'll prevent them from coming inside and infesting areas where you don't want them. So I've got a few house plants that have issues with gnats in the soil, and this is a soil drench method. You're going to take 1 cup of apple cider vinegar to 4 cups of water, add in 1/4 teaspoon of liquid dish soap. You're going to pour that over your house plants directly on the soil. The apple cider vinegar will kill the gnat larvae, and it will also help with the dish soap by breaking down their protective coating. So these two right here work wonders on common gnats, and everybody who has houseplants has probably seen them swarming around their houseplants. It's very common these days. Now, if you're having a problem with carpet beetles, not a common problem, but it does happen from time to time, you're going to take 1 cup of the apple cider vinegar to 4 cups of water, and you're going to take about 10 drops of essential lavender oil, mix it all together, and use a sprayer like this. You can multiply it if you have a large area to cover, or a small area, you can use a smaller sprayer, and just do a light fan spray or a misting spray all over that carpet areas. It will help repel them and kill the ones that are there laying eggs. Now this one is one of the most common problems of all, and a lot of people don't know why they have drain flies in their house, but by their name it's pretty obvious that they come from shower drains and sink drains and even kitchen drains. What you want to do is you want to take a 1/4 cup of the apple cider vinegar, a tablespoon of one of my favorite things to use around the house is the baking soda. Now baking soda, when you mix these two together, you may have a foaming action, so don't be surprised. Also, you want a 1/4 teaspoon of your dish soap. All mix this together and pour it into the drain. Another thing is you need to mix it in a spray bottle, and where your drain has an overflow, a lot of times the drain flies will lay their eggs in that area. So make sure you spray that area as well. And also over the main drain, put in a small piece of plastic with holes in it overnight, and they'll be attracted to it, get inside and be trapped, and they'll get into the trap of the drain, and the liquid soap, they'll break the tension of the water, drowned in there, and it'll cut way back on your drain flies in less than 24 hours. So the next one is for whitefly. Whether you're having this on house plants or plants in your garden, you're going to take 1/2 cup of apple cider vinegar, 2 cups of water, and 1 tablespoon of liquid dish soap. Put it in a sprayer like this and spray your plant leaves. Remember to do a test spray to make sure your plant isn't sensitive. Wait 24 hours and then spray the tops of the leaves and the undersides if your plant doesn't show any adverse reaction to the spray. Now, if you're having a problem with mealy bugs on your plants indoors or outdoors, you can use the cotton balls again. 1 part water, 1 part apple cider vinegar. Put it directly on the mothballs and lightly dab where you're having that problem with mealy bugs, and it will kill them on contact. Now, if you're growing a garden, you know that you're always going to have problems with caterpillars on your peppers and tomatoes. It's just part of having a garden. But this is a good repellent that you can spray directly on there. Remember to do the test spray and make sure it doesn't affect them in any negative way. 1/2 cup of apple cider vinegar, 2 cups of water, and you can size this up to based on what size area you have to spray. But then you want to add 1 tablespoon of dish soap or Castile soap. If you don't like using dish soap in your garden, Castile soap is a natural soap that's made from vegetables, and it could be a good replacement. I'll put a link to one of these in the description if you want to use that. Now, one thing that we have on our roses, our tomatoes, and so many plants in our garden are aphids, and this is a super simple spray you can make up. Just take 1/4 cup of the apple cider vinegar, the Castile soap or the liquid dish soap, 1 tablespoon, and about 2 cups of water. Mix it all together in a sprayer, either this size, depending on how many plants you have to do, or something like this size. This is a battery operated sprayer. It works great for large areas when I have to do a lot of plants all at one time. I'll put a link to one of these in the description as well. It works really well on knocking those aphids out before they can do a lot of damage to my roses or other plants. Now, if you see a hornet's nest forming, they always start out small, about the size of a golf ball, and they can work their way up to a huge size if you've ever seen a giant hornet's nest. But use 1 cup of apple cider vinegar and 1 cup of water, and then 20 drops of eucalyptus oil, and that will repel them away from that area. And the apple cider vinegar is so strong, it will remain where the nest is at, and they will abandon the nest altogether. Now this next one makes me cringe just to think about it, but if you or someone you know has a problem with lice in your hair, the best thing to do is take 1 cup of apple cider vinegar, 1 cup of water, and 4 tablespoons of baking soda. Mix it all together and then carefully apply it to your scalp. Be careful not to get it into your eyes or around your mouth, and this will definitely do the trick on lice as well. From everything I've studied, I've never had this problem, but everything that I've read, which was about 10 different articles about lice, and the best way to get rid of them with apple cider vinegar. Now, if you have a problem with small, tiny scorpions getting in under your doors, is take 1 cup of apple cider vinegar, 1 cup of water, and 20 drops of cedarwood essential oil. Spray those points where they're coming in. Windowsills, door sills is the most common. Give it a really heavy dose, and that will repel them before they start to come inside. So I hate scorpions, so that's one of my favorite things to do around the door sills and windowsills. A completely natural option, and you don't have to worry about your pets coming in contact with it. Now the next one is for centipedes. It's a 50-50 mix, as many of the others are. 50% apple cider vinegar, 50% water, and tea tree oil. Mix it all together and spray it in the areas where centipedes are making their way inside, and it will act as a repellent. Now the next one is a slug trap for your vegetable garden. It's really simple to do. You're going to do 1/2 cup of apple cider vinegar, 1 cup of water. Take a small dish like this and bury it where it's at ground level. The soil levels, you don't want it above it. You want to make it as easy as possible for those slugs to make it into the trap. They will be attracted to the apple cider vinegar, make their way into it, and drown in the solution you have. Now the next one is one of the most common things that we have in our house. Sometimes we'll have just an itch on our skin and we won't know why, but dust mites are everywhere, and especially in homes where it's very dry and there's a lot of dust, and we all have dust in our homes no matter how much we try to get rid of it. But you're going to take 1 cup of apple cider vinegar, 1 cup of water, and then you're going to want to do 20 drops of the eucalyptus oil. You're going to, depending on the area you're doing, whether you're doing a small area rug, you can use a small sprayer like this, or you can upsize the recipe to something like this if you're doing an entire house and you have a lot of problems with them. Spray everywhere, especially under beds, because a lot of times there's a lot of dust on there, and dust mites will be extremely prolific in those areas. So just remember, you want to do that anywhere under furniture that you can reach. If you have to move things, just do that light fan spray and misting, and it will knock dust mites out very quickly and be perfectly safe for your pets with this formula. So guys, I get no sponsorship from this essential oil kit. I've ordered 2 of these. I've ordered it and I recommend it because I like it and I think they really smell great, and it's 100% natural. I'll put a link in the description. So guys, I just want to say thanks so much for watching, and I really appreciate it. If you have a question or a comment you want me to respond to, please become a public subscriber first. That's how I filtered it, because I get so many of comments and questions, I can't answer them all. So if you are a public subscriber, that's the way I filter it, and I can answer it very quickly. Have a great day.